Hey guys, so I'm talking about this and the bullshit with it because I play the game, so I'm not getting back into politics on here. I don't want to hear about Joe Biden or any other political crap in the comments. I'm talking about Genshin Impact and the bullshit that they're doing on Twitter because it is a video game and that's what my channel is now. Video games. So I'm going to talk about video games. I'm going to talk about things involving video games, especially a video game I play. So they're trying to say that the game promotes racism and pedophilia. So we have Ulfer here, who is a throwaway character. You don't talk to him really unless you directly go up to him. He doesn't do anything for you. You don't do any quests for him. He doesn't. He's not involved in any quests. So he's a throwaway character. So he's talking about Flora, and for people who don't know, Flora is the person who sells the flowers. Now, people are saying this is promoting pedophilia because, as you can see, she's clearly a child. But we'll get into that. So he's talking about building her a boat. He loves her so much and he wants to be with her and he loves her and he wants to build her a boat. He's saying that his other attempts have failed, and he also figured that he'd build the hull out of her favorite thing in the world, dandelions. Now, if you're a new player, you see you're talking to this guy and hearing him, and then you think of her, and you're like, what? But would it surprise you to see that this was actually Flora, a full grown adult? This is the beta version of it. So, as you can see, she's full grown, consenting adult. So, when you see the beta version and you see these lines, it makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? This guy is a throwaway character. Like I've said, you don't have to interact with him. He's standing there on the shore. You don't have to talk to him. So, and this happens all the time in video games. Someone was like, "Oh, well, it's impossible for them not to notice this." Yeah, it is. Yes, it is impossible sometimes. Look at Pokemon Red and Blue. There's the one NPC that says that Raichu went involved. He's like, "Oh, the Raichu that I was given went and evolved." It's like, Raichu doesn't evolve. So throwaway text and mistranslations and this like shit like that gets left in games all the fucking time. There's shit in games that are in there that make no fucking sense in the current storyline, but then when you see the story beforehand, you're like, oh, the Wind Waker. Think about the Wind Waker. It's Great Fish Isle. You get there, it's all destroyed. You have to find Jaboon, and once you find him, he basically just gives you the pearl. Why? We don't know. I mean, congratulations, you broke down my fucking door. Here, have a pearl. The other two pearls you had to do typical Zelda stuff for. You go into the dungeons, the respective dungeons, you fight to the end, you fight the big boss at the end, you get the pearl for your bravery and your courage and as a reward for helping out whoever you're helping out. The Jaboon just gives it to you. But then people are like, wait, Greyfish Isle, there's clearly more there. And then you hear sound files and shit from the game that aren't in the game from Jaboon, and you're like, okay, he clearly had a bigger role, and this was clearly cut to time constraints. So they wanted to add a full dungeon, but they ended up just, oh, here, have the pearl. So things make a lot more sense when you go back and do the research. So this makes a lot more sense. I thought the same thing. I'm like, wait, why is he talking about a little girl like this? And then you see the fact that in the beta, she was an adult. So you think of that and you think of what he was saying, and you're like, okay, that makes more sense. So pedophilia, it doesn't promote pedophilia. They're gonna try to probably bring up Klee and Chi Chi and Diona, but Diona, I think Diona is well over age. She just has the just form, and people can say, well, Chi Chi's a zombie. Yeah, but I think she's like 6 years old or something like that. Uh, Klee is really the only legit, what they would consider lowly of the group, considering her age. So Chi Chi may be like 6 years old, but she has the form of a 6-year-old. She's actually a lot older since she's been dead and turned into a zombie. So she's lived. She's probably one of the oldest characters in the bunch. So Klee's really the only lowly of the group. But then obviously next, let me try to find it. Yeah, they're trying to say about the whole with the hilly churls, how they're based on indigenous people, blacks, um, which there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with basing them on that. The hilly churls, according to the lore of the game, aren't even from what is it, Tibet? I think either Tibet they were saying they're not from originally, or Mondstadt. Yeah, I think they're pretty much not. They're basically from another nation or another land, and they've been manipulated and corrupt and stuff like all that from the Abyss Order. So there's nothing wrong with basing. I mean, they're not exactly real savages. Savages. I mean, yeah, they try killing you, but they're actually pretty chill for the most part. You find them dancing around and just enjoying life. There's Ella Musk who talks to them, and one of them starts dancing when she has a good conversation. You end up not being able to kill it afterwards. I tried. It's like, well, it's time to end your happiness, but it doesn't work. Um, they're also saying about other characters. Let me find it. Oh yeah, isn't it crazy that Ganyu made a monster choke because her ass was so huge? During the Archon War, she once choked a monster to death with ease, getting lodged in her throat when it tried to eat her. Said monster having fatally underestimated quite how wide her waistline was. I mean, if you look at her, she is pretty thick. You're not gonna lie, she's pretty thick. Dead ass. Yeah, they're saying that with Jinyan, how they're saying that people are with her backstory, how people are afraid of her and this and that, saying, "Oh, it's because of her skin color." No, look at the way she's dressed. People like this who dress like this in real life usually also tend to get weird looks. It has nothing to do with her skin color. It's the fact that she's got fucking spikes all over the place, and most people look at heavy metal and rock and everything like it's fucking the spawn of Satan. So no, it's not her skin color, assholes. It's the fact of her lifestyle and her choice in attire. Um, she's a really cool character too. I see several issues here. She's Asian. Dark-skinned Asians do exist. Some lighting issues. Take a look at this pic. Yeah, Urbosa. Let's know. Look at how her skin tone changes. Come on. One has lighting, one doesn't. You won't have lighting on a 2D, picture like that. So they're trying to say, oh my god, she's not dark enough. So they're trying to say that it's racism and shit like that. That oh, in game she's looked at like evil and blah blah blah. Their skin colors, no, it has nothing to do with their skin color. Um, dear travelers, fuck you. I want a motorboat. He's just milkers. Eh, they're just impossibly stupid. Um, what is this now? It was damn boy, damn boy. Rosario's coming soon. Weakness disgusts me. I want to fuck the ever-living shit out of Venti. I mean, Venti's one of those like characters that make you question your sexuality. I'm perfectly fine with my sexuality, so I have no problem saying that Venti, he's a good-looking dude. Very feminine looking. Damn, boy. Live action Genshin Impact. Please. Um. Oh, so is this the actual list? Horrible security. So basically, they're trying to throw in other shit to make it seem like, oh, this is why you should boycott. But notice how this is number one, the indigenous people problem. Notice how that's number one. Everything else, they don't give a flying fuck. They just want to make it, oh, they're insulting black people by making them look like savages. The villagers are based on indigenous people. That's why it's number one. Why wasn't, I don't know, horrible security number one? Or bad rates? What else we got here? Pedophilic NPCs. Why wasn't that? Dark skin representation. There should be more. It's a game made in China. They don't give a flying fuck about representation. They don't care about making sure all you little fucking sensitive snowflakes feel represented. It is a fucking video game. A fantasy video game. Get the fuck over it. What else? Is that all? Yes, so. Racism. Wait, what? I want to eat Mona's ass like it's a goddamn bag of Doritos sweet chili heat and I'm starving. I mean, Beto. Beto. Ganyu. Everyone loves Ganyu. He's the cocoa goat. Where all that milk comes from. But, we can email them here as well. Here's the emails for each language. Every single fucking time. If you look in their fucking descriptions, their bios, every fucking time, their goddamn fucking pronouns. She, Z, it, vamp. Come on. 15. 15 years old and you're doing stupid shit. Stop. Stop it. Get some help. Trigger the Westerners. Yeah. Damn, girl. Oh yeah, that's a new character coming out. Um, Hilly turtles are not inspired by Native Americans. Natlan, upcoming region in the future, is inspired by a mix of Native American and Mayan culture. It looks pretty dope. I'm guessing she'd be I don't know, either Pyro or Geo. I seriously doubt there'll be anything else. But it looks like a off-brand razor, really. Got the long, flowy white hair, uh, bones and all that. So I think it's gonna be Pyro. Yeah, see, there's there's Razor right there, and then there's a new character coming out in the future. They're ripping themselves off, really. Me when I remind arrogant Americans that the world does not revolve around them. Yeah, pretty much. The Hilly Churl, the odd, unusual Hilly Churl. Holy shit, I want to fuck Amber. Damn, ka-ching. Damn, girl. Damn, girl. I got killed. I got cancer. Yeah, from the bullshit. It does. He doesn't need to delete or stop playing it. That's really cool design, though. Oh, is that Eula? Yeah, I think that's Eula. Tired of your shit, my liege. I need Rosaria to absolutely crush my balls. God damn, people. I get choked by Mona's thighs. Damn, girl. Okay, I think we'll leave it on that. So, yeah, they're trying to say that Genshin Impact, like I said, you saw the list. The first thing, of course, was having to do with race. It just shows these people don't give a flying fuck. They just added everything else to make it seem like they give a shit about the game. When all it is race, representation. This was based on black people, and I'm like, well, what if it was based on anyone else? I'm guessing you wouldn't give a shit. What if it was based on Hispanics? You know, with the Latin culture, would you be complaining? What if it was based on Indian culture? Would you be complaining? No, no, you wouldn't, because for some reason it's only when blacks are represented or inspiration for whatever. Please, like, damn girl, you thick. Um, man of culture indeed. But yeah, but but hey, that's just a theory. No, so once again, people are just offended for the sake of being offended. Most of them, I'm sure, don't even play the game, and if they do play the game, not enough. Like I said, with the Flora thing, a simple search would have shown that her beta version was an adult, which just means that they forgot to take out Ulfer's lines. It happens all the fucking time. Big name games, Nintendo does it all the fucking time. Sony does it all the fucking time. You know, people like Square Enix, they do it all the fucking time. Shit happens. You got an entire game to work on. You don't have time to go back and worry about some fucking stupid, meaningless character with a throwaway line. You don't. You have an entire world to build. You don't have time to, like, let's go through and make sure everything makes sense. Oh wait, right, that's right. He was talking about Flora, but we changed Flora, didn't we? So we better go back. No, they're working on other shit. He's a throwaway character. They're not gonna fucking remember that. Oh hey, we changed her model, so maybe we should go back and change his line. No, they're not gonna think of that shit. People just need to get the fuck over it and just enjoy your game. Enjoy the fucking game, and if it offends you that fucking much, don't fucking play it. Don't fucking play it if it offends you that goddamn much. Because we're so sick and tired of people coming into our communities and our games and trying to fucking ruin it for everyone else. Because you're fucking miserable. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a white privileged male sitting at home making videos about Genshin Impact and fucking, 3D asses. Um, so what do I know? Anyways, that's it for me. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.